I don't know what that was. Well, it's Sunday, February 7th, 2021. Um, it's the big day, Super Bowl, 55 or 45 or some number. I think LV, so 55. Pretty sure. I don't know. And it's like, what is it? Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus Kansas City Chiefs. That might be right. And anyway, a big game. Anyway, it was really cold out today. Like really cold. Like 3 degrees Fahrenheit. Negative 16 centigrade. Um, and I guess it was the temperatures, and there was a little bit of snow last night. But it was really busy Friday and Saturday. And I think it was because people were expecting more snow, and they saw the cold. And, even though it was the Super Bowl Sunday coming up, they anyway, it made for a quieter Sunday. So good. That was nice. That was unexpected. It was a nice surprise. I was expecting disaster. It can't be the end of the world every day, can it? Does it have to? Every day, the end of the world again? Living in perpetual crisis and disaster mode is exhausting. It's stressful. And yeah, the world, the planet, and what we've done to it, and what we're doing to it, it's really messed up. Yeah, it really is. And my own personal viewpoints are not popular because they're just the time for action it's past. Now it's damage control. All we can do is try to limit. It's already happening. It's going to take a while before we actually start to feel the effects, and it actually starts to threaten human population sustainability. We just can't maintain this population load. And projections, going up to 2050, 2100, reaching 20 billion people, we'll never make it. Something will happen before 2100 that we can't continue to populate this planet the way we are. I mean, there just isn't the resources to maintain the population, even as it is. We can't feed everybody. We can't house everybody. We can't clothe everybody. We can't educate everybody. We can't immunize everybody. We don't have health care. We don't have resources. We don't have food. We don't even have air. We have trouble with clean air and clean water and just infrastructure. It just won't work. But anyway, it's already too. The tide has turned, kind of thing. It's like, I'm not really worried about the planet. The planet will fix itself. It's just, we will be extremely uncomfortable for the ride if we survive, but human race has survived before, the extinction event, not a mass extinction event, but ice ages. We made it through one before. So if we make it again, well, we'll make it again. Probably we will. But we have a lot to work with, resources and seed vaults, and we have so much going for us. If any species has a chance, of preserving itself and other species, we're the ones that have the best shot. So I'm not too worried about it. I think, we can try to minimize and prolong this transitionary phase. We will learn some lessons along the way, hard lessons about, it's good to fight. It's good to show up for a fight, to show that it means something, show that it matters. Even if it's in the end is going to have been a standoff at the best, or a delay at the best, because a lot of these fights, they're not winnable fights. It's already done. You just don't know it yet. So, and they'll be like token little things, like, but, and then people break their promises, break their word, and then they take it back, slowly but surely. All those little, it's just not happy. But that's how politics goes. That's why I don't talk about politics. It's not because it's not happy. I talk about happy stuff. No, hell no. Just the corruption and the injustice, and for the sake of personal prestige, pride, and power, that individuals are willing to sacrifice. Whatever they think is going to get them, the next vote, I guess. I don't know how it works in other countries. But, so it's just sad. I don't have any say in the matter. I have one person, and I can just have my influence. And yeah, I can throw my name on petitions and throw my name on this, throw my name on that, and do my personal part, But as far as like a rallying cry and, organizing, it's like, I've already got my crusades. My crusades are full. I don't think anybody's expecting me to do anything, but still, even if I wanted to, it's like I've got other battles ongoing, and just keeping my own sanity and, health and job and emotional, everything it's a full-time job. So it's like, and my heart goes out to those whose heart goes out to all these causes. I wish them the best of luck, or the best of causes. Because it is a worthy cause. Oh yes, very worthy. But it's not hopeless. It's just lacking on the hope side. It's just inevitabilities, and it's not on a lifetime human scale. It's not the next 10 years or 20 years or 50 years or 100 years. It's more like, 1,000, 2,000, 5,000. But again, it's like, how long is this species planning on living? What is the species' longevity? I just don't, it's like, we'll see. I don't know. I won't be around for it. So, and that's not a reason not to care. I am a part of this species. So just because I won't be around for it doesn't, and I won't have children. But I have, blood, and it's like, but we're all related, and it's very a human-centric kind of model, where it's like, oh, we only care about human life. But, humans tend to need everything, so it all matters. Even if we don't realize what matters and is helping us, it helps humans, for everything to continue to function the way it's functioning to the best of its ability. And just because we don't know how vital it is doesn't mean that it isn't vital. It's just, whatever we humans cannot fathom as far as its function or use, it doesn't mean that it doesn't have it. It just means it's not directly helping us. And it's just unfortunate that whatever doesn't directly benefit and isn't easily understandable and gettable or usable, humans just tend to think, oh, well, it's not doing anything. Get rid of it. Make room for something that we know about. A parking lot, for example. Sure, it could use more parking lots. So, yeah, it's frustrating. But every generation, it's going to have this. So the fights are there, the causes are there, they're worth fighting. But it's a never-ending thing. There's no winning. It's just continuing. So it's just a cautionary thing as far as getting overwhelmed and emotionally heartbroken by the things that are not going to turn out well. Bad things are going to happen. Most of the time, bad things are going to happen in these sorts of, political, ecological climates. At least from what I've seen. It doesn't ever really seem to go well. As far as they give token little concessions, but real change never actually, because real change isn't wanted, because real change, not yet, it's not painful enough yet. Humans haven't felt it enough or seen it enough to actually believe in mass that life as we know it is already coming to an end. We just can't see it yet because we're so short-sighted. We can only see beyond our hand. We cannot see down the road because we don't care for the most part. So we are very short-sighted, superficial species. We're designed that way. It's gotten us this far. This type of behavior has gotten us this far. It doesn't mean that it's good. It just means we were successful. A successful species. But the only problem about when you're that successful, you stand out. And sometimes the things that stand out are the things that, they get noticed. They get the attention. So it's a warning to, the human race. It's already going to have happened the way it's going to have happened. And it's like we can only do now is threat assessment and damage control to mitigate a little bit. And every little bit helps. So anyway, like I said, my thoughts are not popular. And how much is even true? These are just my own personal projections and thoughts based on nothing. No facts. There's no evidence. There's no testable hypothesis. I just, just from trends, just watching the trends over time. And just seeing how people behave and what they are willing to do, what they're not willing to do, what they're willing to just deny that it isn't true, it's not going to happen, until it's like right in front of their face and they're forced to deal with it. And by then it's too late. And it's like, oh, and then it's not even about fixing it, it's about blaming. Whose fault? Who knew what when? Instead of even bothering to do anything about the current problem. It's always just about it being somebody else's fault. That's more important than actually doing anything about it. Because remember the ozone hole um, in the Arctic back in the 90s, and that has gotten better. You don't hear about the ozone hole anymore. It's still there. Um, it's just gotten a lot better since changes actually happened. But it had to get bad enough before we even. But that was an easy, well, not easy, but relatively socio-economical, whatever the words are, change to get the planet kind of aware of. So I don't know. I don't have the solutions, and I feel for the people that feel for the causes that it's an uphill thing. It's like, and I've just kind of, I guess I've personally resigned that I can do what I know how to do, and I can't do more. And worrying myself and feeling like I'm taking personal responsibility for the entire planet. It's like, put down the planet, Eric. It's too heavy. So I can only take, I can try to take personal responsibility for more than my share, but it will only lead to catastrophe, and I can't do any good. I can do more good if I'm focused on myself and a small group and local community than if I try to take on larger things. I mean, for me. Other people can, they might be more motivated or more influential, I guess is the word. The ability to get people to do things together, to have a larger impact. I just don't have that myself. Not that I recognize. I can barely do stuff for myself. So anyway, it's like I feel a little bit guilty and a little bit ashamed that I can't do more, don't want to try to do more, but it just feels like it's too big. Of course, everybody says that. So I focus on the ones that I know how to work on, and I've got my little battles with, recovery and recovery from recovery and keeping my sanity. It's just even the decision to keep going every day is just it's a decision to keep going every day. And I don't take it lightly. I don't take it for granted. It's I have I look at it. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Valuing one's own life. So anyway, I didn't mean to talk about this long or this seriously, but it is serious. So I take everything with thoughtful consideration. Yeah. And I wish I could say, it's like I really want to, I'm sorry. And it's like, I shouldn't take personal responsibility for stuff that, yeah, I'm part of the problem by being here, by existing. But I'm also part of the solution. And I'm less of part of the problem just by knowing about it and believing in it. I believe in the problem. I know it exists, for sure. And then it's like I also, I am part of the solution more than being part of the problem, because I can testify to, the logic and the sound reasoning behind the science of what's happening. I might not have the proof and the evidence and the numbers, because I'm not a part of those studies. But I can, I have the background to look at it and just see that the research is like, yeah, that's, how it was done. It looks, reasonable. They're making reason, because they're always going to be making assumptions. But there are reasonable assumptions in the number of them. And it's repeatable, reproducible, and it was done in good faith and, organized. And I don't know. So. Anywhere on the planet at any given time, there's just an ecological disaster going on. It's just how much press it's getting. How much news and attention it's getting. But it's like, it's like let, the local population, the people of the country try to deal with it as best as they can, and foreign people as well, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how all that works. It's like you don't hear much about the rainforests in Brazil and South America that much anymore. It's like, is it because they're all gone? Have they all been burned down by now to make room for cattle? But I remember that was a big thing for a long time. Species biodiversity being wiped out. I remember that movie, Medicine Man, starring Sean Connery. That was a classic. I always liked that movie. So, anyway, well, I've talked myself sad. I do that. So, I guess I should go. Take a shower after work and get something to eat, take a nap, and get ready to try to inspire some minds to better themselves. I don't know. Apparently I have value or something. I don't even understand it. But I'm sorry.